What is up, YouTube? It is me, Tom, from the Epic Collective, and today I'm going to be bringing you another StarCraft 2 replay. This is Game 3 of the MLG Winter Arena from 2012. Not what is going on right now. That is the Fall Championship. This is from earlier in the year, way back in February, I believe. And it is a ZVT matchup from MKP and MVP or Dongre-gu. I believe, one sec, Control N. There we go. I always forget to bring this up. Now, the series is tied up 1-1, and Dongre-gu did the same build both times. The first time didn't really work out. There was some aggression from MKP, and he was really indecisive in what he did. He was thinking about making it a base race, but he knew he didn't have enough to actually do anything, and he didn't have enough to hold, because, I mean, banelings don't exactly stick around once they explode, and so it's very limited damage. And so with that, let's go right back into the series. This, as I said before, this is Game 3, and it is tied up, so things are going to get very tense soon, and I think both players are very stressed out. I mean, this is the championship series in MLG. It's a big deal. So, in the production tab, we of course see drones, so no 6 pools, as if they would ever work against a Terran, especially on a map this large. Now, something I want to think on from last game is just how much better Dongre-gu executed his build. It was much better timed, and he got much luckier in terms of what MKP was doing. And that's really one of the only differences compared to the game before that, where MKP managed to pull a win right out from under Dongre-gu. Especially after the first 7 drones, and you'll hear me talk about this throughout the entire series. Those 7 drones really made the difference, and although Dongre-gu did manage to get right back up to the same drone count, he had to sacrifice his army. And so his army was smaller. At one point, it was split, and his aggression, which there was, and really was ill-suited, despite the fact that he had to do it to stay in the game, just did not work. Now we do see a barracks here and here, so I'm not entirely sure what MKP is trying to do. Perhaps hide bioplay, or maybe move it over for a proxy. In the meantime, Hatch again goes down first, looking at the same build from the last 2 games for Dongre-gu. Now the drone does scout it, but he leaves before the barracks can spit out a marine. Just checking to see if there are any sort of proxies or fast expansions, anything really weird or funky, while at the same time hiding from this marine who is, trying to kill this drone. Now, the orbital command is about to finish, and so we can expect to see a mule coming out anytime soon. There goes what I think is the second marine. Yes, the second marine. Yeah, it does look like this barracks was moved to the low ground. Not really a proxy, just something weird. The bunker is down, but the SUV left, so I don't think MKP is going to do too much aggression with this, even though he very well can. But there are... Oh, 2... Yeah, never mind, scratch that! This is quite a bit of aggression, but really all he's doing is costing, Dongre-gu mining time and almost getting the circling. But if this barracks finishes, that would be quite a big deal. But the queen is here, ready to save the day. Trying to pick off this... Oh, doesn't get it in time. But the queen is safe. And the spine crawler is about to finish, so I think all will be well. No drones really have been lost at this point. We're looking at the units lost tab, only 150 resources. So yeah, all Zerglings. I'm going to see what a MKP is following up with this, and it looks like expanding into his natural and what seems to be bio play again, but he is taking both of his refineries, so we might be looking at upgrade heavy bio or maybe something else. Perhaps trying to get in some Hellion harassment. Some Marines are coming up just to try and poke, but there's no way they'll be able to break this line. Not with the Spine Crawler. It looks like he's going for the same thing that he went for last time, which is, I mean, Marauders and Marines. Nothing complex about that. But you can never be sure, because Terran can lift up their buildings. Another Mule, so we'll be seeing a boost in economy. And I think that there might be another 10-minute timing, like he did in the first game that got him the victory. No reactors and the factory, so we might be looking at some Hellion Banshee harassment, but I'm not entirely sure. Looking back at Dongray Gu, all 4 of his extractors being taken, a Zergling dying. Okay, he was a bit off on that on the spawn larva, but who isn't? I'm off with that. At the end of the game, my queens will have full energy. Let's see. Metabolic boost, stim pack. Yeah, so I definitely think that we could be looking at. Is this a reactor? Yeah, we could be looking at Banshee Hellion harassment, but we could also be looking at medevac drops. Now, this Overlord is going to catch. He does see something being made on the factory, and so he will know what's coming, and he is reacting somewhat appropriately with the second Spine Crawler, which he could move, and the Spire. Certainly an interesting way of responding. I agree with it, but considering the bio, we might see him try and come around once he moves out and force his army around. But you never know. Macro hatch, but no third base. This might be a 2-base all-in with Lings and Banelings. Well, Ling, Baneling, and Muta. And it doesn't look like MKP's. Oh, there are the medevacs, and the Spire. I don't think will finish in time to pick them up. 30 seconds plus a few seconds from me. Yeah, no, and I don't think he'll know about this until it's too late. It does look like they're just straying. If he was paying attention to the minimap, he will know, and Zerglings are here. They'll be able to quickly kill anything that gets in the way. If they can get there in time, and it looks like they are getting there in time. The queens are here, and it does seem like everything will be fine for Dongray Gu. Now, 8 mutas are in production, so if he can get lucky enough and catch... Looks like we switch to everyone. If he can catch MKP with, essentially, in a troubling spot when he's loading up, kind of like right now, but if only if it was 4 seconds earlier, and he could, 1 or 2 shot the medevacs. Now these Stim Marines without healing, they're going to die very quickly. And back at home, we see Siege Tank, so it looks like he's switching into mech. Bio-heavy mech I'd go with. Yeah, definitely bio-heavy mech. I do not see... Oh, a drop at Dongray Gu's 3rd, and I haven't seen any Muta harassment. But I do expect for this Marine to die. I think he was just left behind on accident. No real point to have him there. Now the Spire is getting upgrades, and Baneling's speed is about to finish. Now, what I think is going to happen is missile turrets are shutting that down. But what I think is going to happen is Dongrai Gu is going to go for a, just Ling, Baneling, Muta play. 20 more Lings in production. But this is a lot of drones. Talk about oversaturation. He's definitely looking to get the third base, but MKP is just not letting him do that, and that is very bad. Engaging with those Mutas, not the right decision. Mutas do not trade well for Marines. Gas is invaluable when you're going Ling, Baneling, Muta. He might be able to come by and pick off a siege tank, but he is out of position, and I don't know if he'll be able to hold this off. At least not without any damage. Of course. Oh, this is really well done. Taking out the Marines and the siege tanks. Retreating with most of his mutas intact. I would like to see some aggression now, chase him back across the map, and that's exactly what Dongrai Gu is doing. If he can hold him there for those Banelings, all will work out perfectly. That medevac did go down with one unit inside. Not the biggest deal. I would like to see target fire, and it looks like we are seeing that. And that was quite a bit lost for the Terran player. Still, Dongrai Gu is not trading quite as well as the Terran player is. But it's pretty close. 600 resources difference. And this is still anyone's game. If these mutas can catch some siege tanks alone, that would be a great victory for Dongrai Gu. Mutas are flying across the map, but these Marines should be able to hold them off. Because there aren't enough mutas. There are 12 mutas. He needs to double that before he can really do much at all. Again, super oversaturation. Looking to expand, putting up 2 hatcheries at the same time. But considering the fact that he hasn't had those, Dongrai Gu is doing remarkably well. Of course, in most games, I would like to see Hive at the very latest at 18 minutes. But with this composition, especially if he can pick off some of these SCBs, then he will be in a good spot. If we look at 2-2 about to finish for these Marines, this expansion going down. The mutas, I don't know if it was worth it necessarily. I mean, okay, I guess it might have been, but 15 Banelings morphing, so we might be looking at some aggression. I'm trying to find where they are. Okay, right here. So I think what we might be looking at is some aggression at around the 20-minute mark from Dongrai Gu. These expansions getting up pretty well. Dongrai Gu's forces are spread out, so we might not actually be looking at any aggression. But you never do know. 70 drones from Dongrai Gu, and which is very healthy, especially when you compare them to 46. Even 46 supplemented by mules. Now, these mutas are doing a great job of... Their count is high enough to kind of take out missile turrets, but not trade too efficiently. And, I mean, it would take quite a few missile turrets to fully defend any base from Mutalists. And that's really not resource that you or anyone would like to invest. Now, it does look like there are 18 Banelings, 13 Mutalists versus 26 Marines and 5 siege tanks. So if Dongrai Gu can get the right engagement, I mean, this army, it's just there aren't enough Marines. I don't think. And this is a wonderful surround. Marines being surrounded, the Mutalists taking out the siege tanks. This is going very well for Dongrai Gu, and I think he'll be taking the lead 2-1 in this series. There are a few Marines in these medevacs. Not the biggest deal, considering what he just lost, but still, every bit does matter. Now, if we go to the production tab, 30 more Lings in production, and as soon as these pop and run over here, I think that we will be seeing, oh, especially with those additional Banelings, 11 more Banelings for a total of 24. I think we're going to be looking at a Baneling bust, and there's just nothing MKP can really do about it. Does he even have siege mode? He does have siege mode. But, I mean, with the naturals mined out, or nearly mined out, and the naturals dying down, MKP has lost this game. Oh, but there is a drop happening over at Dongregu's 4th, taking out quite a few drones, but not the biggest deal at this stage. These meters will very easily clear this out. And I think that was 2 medevacs full, and so it's quite a few resources. But that is so many Banelings, and MKP, he just doesn't have enough. There is no way. I mean, he's just trapping himself in the corner. And I think the GG's about to come up. The siege tank doing a good job holding it off. But these mutalisks now, they can fly and they can kill quite a few Marines on their own. Of course, that wouldn't be very smart, considering that you have Lings and Banelings morphing right now. And it'd be better just to poke those mutalisks, because they aren't very tough. They're very squishy units. But going back to the production tab, more mutas have just popped. More Lings are in production. Plus, with the production facilities of MKP being destroyed, this is GG. I mean, well won from MKP, the Korean version of GG. And well played. That was game number 3, going in Dongregu's favor. Again, I'm sorry for the background noise. I can't hear it. I don't know what it is. I thought it was my fan, or the fans on my computer, but I'm not entirely sure. I wish you happy gaming, and for game number 4 of this series, there will be an annotation in the top right.